Hello boys and girls, and welcome to art. This week in art we are learning about the artist Henri Matisse and how he used cut paper to create art. Now for this project we are also talking about asymmetrical shapes. So we are going to be creating leaves inspired by Henri Matisse that are asymmetrical. Now we learned that symmetrical is the same on both sides, but asymmetrical shapes are not the same on both sides. So when I look at my scissors, I see that there's a big hole on one side and a small hole on the other side. So does that mean that my scissors are symmetrical or asymmetrical? They are asymmetrical because they are not the same on both sides. So this time we're going to think about making our leaves different on each side. So what we're going to do is we're going to use different colors of paper that we're going to cut out and glue onto our nice black piece of paper. If you don't have a black piece of paper, you can use a regular white piece of paper, whatever you have available to you to work with. And if you don't have different colors of paper, you're always welcome to paint a white piece of paper, let that dry, and use that to make your paper for your collage. I am using nice bright colors for my collage. I'm only using 3 colors to create my collage for my project. So let's go ahead and get started. So Henri Matisse creates these beautiful bright colored leaves, and he makes sure that they have organic forms. So when we think about creating our leaf, we want to make sure that it's about as big as our hand. So if we want to, we can kind of trace around the shape of our hand to make sure that we're making it nice and big. And then we're going to think about going around and making curved lines that connect to the edge of that shape of our hand and go up to the top where our hand was and then back down and around. So it's a lot of like a loopy or wavy line that goes around to create the different shape for our leaves. So as you can see, I just did the shape of my hand, and then I traced around it with a loopy line. And then if I look at it, is it the same on both sides? So I have one line up here, so let's say that that is the center. Do I have this shape on the other side? No. Do I have this shape on the other side? No, I do not. I have something similar here, but are they the same? Not quite. And then the last one, it kind of curves around, a little bit bigger on this side and a little bit shorter on this side. So would this be symmetrical or asymmetrical? It would be asymmetrical, that's right. So this leaf is what we're looking for when we're designing our leaves. So I'm going to create a second one on the same color paper. Okay, so I traced around the size of my hand. I'm going to start at the top this time. And I'm just making these loopy lines that go in and curve around to connect with the side of our leaf, the side of that hand that I traced around. And I'm going to draw this one a little bit down farther. Maybe this side has some bigger openings than this side. This side, they were really close together. And this side, they're not so close together. So that would be another asymmetrical shape. So I can fit 2 on that page. Now I'm going to draw 2 on this one, this different color paper. once you're done with your second piece of paper, draw your last 2 leaves on your last or third piece of paper. Make sure your leaves are asymmetrical. That means not the same on both sides. So now that we have our leaves, so I did 2 on each color, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should have 6 leaves to glue onto my paper. So let's go ahead and cut these out and start gluing them on. Remember, as we glue them on, it's just a dot, not a lot. All right, boys and girls, so as we're gluing down our leaves, we want to make sure that we are placing the glue on the part where we can see those pencil lines. And as we're gluing our leaves down, we want to think about where we want to place our leaves. Do we want our leaves to be diagonal, maybe coming off the page a little bit? Do we want some leaves overlapping on top of other leaves? Do we want one leaf down and then the other leaf kind of shadows the other leaf to make kind of like a wavy design? How do we want to arrange the different colors that we've chosen and the different patterns that we've created? Where do we want to place them, and which way, which angles do we want them to go? We do want them to go all the way around our paper. Some of them can go off the page, that's okay. And we don't want the same colors next to each other. We want to keep them kind of farther apart so that you can see those different colors go kind of with your eye moving all throughout the paper. So think about those ideas. Make sure that you are placing glue on the side that has the pencil lines. That way it looks nice and neat when you go to glue them down and you don't see any pencil lines or any pencil marks. All right, now that we have our leaves glued down and arranged in the way that we want it, we can use those scrap pieces of paper that we cut off to add little details. Maybe some can be placed on top, maybe some can be placed in the center. However you want to arrange the different pieces to go around to add more details to the different designs that we created. All right, boys and girls, and here we have our free-form asymmetrical shape leaves inspired by the artist Henri Matisse. We created a collage by cutting out different colors of bright paper and gluing them onto a black background. Remember, if you don't have these brightly colored papers, you are always welcome to color your own, whether you use paint or crayons or markers, and wait for it to dry and then cut out your shapes to create these bright, beautiful leaves. I hope you enjoyed working on this project, and I can't wait to see what you create. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.